Hey everyone, how y'all doing? There's a very good chance you're seeing footage of me eating at a Japanese themed restaurant. The reason for that being that I'm celebrating because Minami dropped a new song. Now, as much of a fan I may be of Minami, releasing a new track isn't necessarily something that's met with full blown celebration on my part, but the reason why I'm dancing like there's no tomorrow is because the song in question is one that I've literally been waiting for years. Now, to kind of explain what I mean by that, if you go to her official music channel, whether it's Spotify or YouTube Music, you will mainly see three albums: Kawaki wo Ameku, Drop, and Lose Lose Stay. If you go to her list of singles, some of them are actually already included in one of those albums, but you will see Luna Say Maybe and Good Morning. Now, this is all fine and dandy, but this is by no means the extent of her discography. There are a number of songs, which includes both originals and covers of songs that are completely acts from her channels. However, a more interesting list is songs that currently have studio level production, but at some point they were just acoustic songs. Now, there's this website that I'm not gonna link in the description. I already had one of my videos taken down earlier this year. Not gonna risk another takedown. Just type Minami Archive, that's all I'm gonna say. Now, if you go to others, we can find songs like Crying for Rain, which is the popular opening from Domestic Girlfriend, Main Actor, Prologue. These are all songs that are right now available on her channel, featured in the album Kawaki wo Ameku. In fact, I remember when Waiting for Rain came out around 2020, I was excited because I'd actually heard this song before, and I was glad it finally got a studio production upgrade. But there are certain songs that haven't gotten that remastered treatment, if you catch my drift. There are also certain songs that actually do sound professionally produced, like Eternal Blue, Monologue. I think there's also an entire album called Intent, but for the context of this video, I mainly want to focus on the mini album or EP, however you want to call it, Emotional Water, because I actually do have archives of all 4 songs, and I'm gonna be completely honest, for a while I kinda lost hope that they would ever be re-released. Like, years were passing, like the latest EP, Lose Lose Day, I just straight up did not recognize any of the songs. And I just thought to myself, well, shit, I think they're just gonna be abandoned forever. Now, as far as why they're not available anymore, I've always assumed it's probably because Minami changed music labels around 2019 and then changed again in 2020. And music labels can be very fucky with licenses that maybe she was forced to remove them, but it's also possible that due to a lot of these songs being made around a time when she was less experienced as a musician, that maybe she preferred to have a cleaner start with a discography that she can be more proud of. But regardless, Water Reflection, I really needed a song. Like, if I had to pick one song to be brought back from the grave, it had to be this one. And my wishes finally came true. I legit was not expecting this. It caught me by surprise today. Now, something that I did wonder was how they would upgrade the instrumental. Now, if you listen to Shojiki Nikki, Sensei Anone, and Water Reflection, they actually have very identical chord progressions. Now, as much as I would like to give you examples of what I'm talking about, I'm not gonna take my chances with Warner Music Japan. Like, Japanese companies are already very stingy with copyright claims. Combine that with music labels on YouTube who are hungry for claims. Like, you can include a 2-second song and they're fucking taking down your entire video. Like, I'm not even gonna take that risk. But regardless, this chord progression can actually be found in Main Actor, so I always wondered if Water Reflection ever came back, they were obviously going to update the instrumental, but would it just be like an upgraded rendition of the original song? Well, if you listen close enough, it kind of is a piano rendition of the original song, but I wouldn't say that they sound the same. In fact, to be completely honest, at first glance, they sound completely different. For starters, this new version primarily uses a piano, no additional instruments, and the composition is notably overhauled. I quite like this version. It's not overproduced. I think it still carries that calm, depressing vibe of the original song, and Minami's performance was spot on. It's actually crazy listening to the old and new version side by side because it's clear she has improved so much since her earlier days. Now, come on guys, real talk. If Underwater Reflection came back from the grave, we got a War Arc Edo Tensei this shit. Now, I like to consider myself a reasonable man. If I had to pick 2 songs to be reproduced, my picks would be Haru and Henna. I already got my dream song back, Underwater Reflection, But if we can bring back those other two, we good. We Gucci. I'm not gonna ask for anything more. Okay, fine. Let me include another one. Professional Girl. Like, come on. We gotta revive this classic. It's a very short song, but it got a lot of potential. Also, I don't think Shojiki Nikki needs to be reproduced, like, at all. I think the song is literally perfect as it is. It's a huge shame that it's not commercially available anywhere. I would say the same for Eternal Blue. In fact, it was my vibe song back in 2019. I actually vividly remember sitting at the stairs next to my classroom in college and listening to this song. This shit just needs to be available, period. But well, I'm sure there are 1,001 reasons for why it's not. But anyway, I'm happy. I think I would be happier if I didn't hear the news that Sakamata Chloe was graduating. But hey, it happens. VTubers eventually graduate. I just hope she gets healthier and winds up fine in her next endeavors. I think she's a pretty entertaining fella. I'm gonna miss her character design, like, a lot. It was crazy good, but it is what it is. But yeah, anyway, I think that's all I have to share. Take care.